Hi there. I bought this Firepower MST 220i 3-in-1 welder machine in 2017 from National Tool Warehouse. It's a really good deal. I got it for $1,200, and it came with there was a rebate package on with Firepower, which gave me a spool gun for welding aluminum, and it came with a Firepower welding shield, which is a great deal. This is a really well built machine, and if you don't recognize it, it was a thermal arc. It was branded as the MS 220i. And Thermal Arc's been around making inverter welders for quite some time. A very reliable machine. So they were branded as, they first came out as Thermal Arc. Sometimes you see Thermal Dynamics, Thermaldyne, all the same company. Then they went into branded as Tweco, and then they were branded as Victor, which Victor bought Tweco apparently, and then they were branded as ESAB. And so currently they're still showing up as Firepower under the ESAB name. I'll just show you the wire capacity. It'll take a 12-inch diameter roll. I just got a small 4-inch one on here for now. I was trying the 023 wire. But you can see in here the wire drive motor, and it says Thermaldyne right on it. So there's no issues with quality with this machine. It has your local and remote setting, your spool gun, your MIG gun, and your burn back control is in there. It'll run up to 210 amps on 220 volts, and it'll run up to about 100 amps on 110 volts. Very nice option. So it's got this here is a Tweco Velocity 220 MIG gun, and it's got the Firepower brand on it. I've got a foot pedal for it, and good control for TIG welding. And your controls here, you got MIG, lift TIG, and stick, and it's an excellent stick welding machine also. So the only real problem that I have with it is the sound of the fan is really excessive to me. It says it's advertised as intelligent fan control, but actually what it is as soon as you start welding, the fan will start running, and it stops after 10 minutes of not being used, or after you stop welding. So you start the machine and you do a tack, and the thing is just howling. And I think the fan runs at 4,000 RPM. I had the cover off it. It's NMB fan. It's a 24 volt on 1.25 amps. It runs at 4,000 RPM, 300 CFM at 63 decibels. So to me, it's kind of irritating to be doing little tack ups in your garage. My garage hardly ever gets over 25 degrees in the hottest of time. Most of the time it's 15 degrees out here in eastern Canada. I'll just turn the welder on. You can hear the sound. I don't know what it's going to sound like on the video, but you can get a listen for it. So I just turned the power on. And the fan will run for a few seconds, then it shuts off. If you select lift TIG, and as soon as you start the pedal, now the fan is on for 10 minutes, so it's kind of distracting to me. So I'm gonna do a little investigation on it. I already did a little bit. I had the cover off of it, and I wanted to get a fan speed controller for it. The thing doesn't need to be running full speed of that amount. So first I thought I would get a speed controller, and I did some looking around on the internet, and I found like a potentiometer for it. But I was thinking that would be a fair amount of maintenance. Like, it is thermally protected, so it was shuts itself off at 75 degrees. But then I got looking around and I found this little gadget on AliExpress, and it's called a PWM, pulse width modulator. And so what this thing does is it has a thermal probe on it, and you can connect it to your heat sink. I did find out where the overload protection, the probe is connected, so I'll be able to hook up this probe to the same location. And what this modulator does is, this particular one here is set to start at 30 degrees C, and it ramps up gradually up to, from say, starts about 25% fan speed, and then it goes gradually up to 100% fan speed once it reaches 50 degrees C. To me, this would be perfect, because this the over temperature set is 75 degrees, so it'll be going well full blazes well before the 75 degrees is reached. So here's where I've got the module home, and I'm just trying it out on a computer fan that I had kicking around the garage, and I got it hooked up to my voltmeter, and so I got a 12 volt power supply coming into it, and then I've got my temperature probe is right here that comes with the module, this little black one. And this is the probe from my voltmeter. So I'm just going to plug it in and give you a quick little demonstration on how it works. Just hang on a second. I'll hook up the electric. Yeah, so I've got 12 volts on it there now. You can see there's one little LED that is lit up. Yeah, there you go. So I've got a heat gun, and I'm going to start heating this thing up, and then you can see the temperature on my voltmeter. And things will start to warm up here, and you'll see the fan kick in. Really nice. $23, $25, $29, $31, $32. I noticed that the voltmeter was reading a couple of degrees higher than room temperature. And my fan should be starting any minute here. Yep, there it goes. So it started a little late, and I think that was just maybe the temperature was getting to my voltmeter probe quicker than it was to the other probe, because it did work really good there the last time I tried it. So right now you can hardly hear that fan running. And as I ramp up the heat, possibly you can hear this fan get louder. 39. See my LED on the circuit board says it's speeding up. Yeah, turn my heat gun off so you can hear it. It's pretty well at full speed there now, 51 degrees. And you can hear it slowing down better than you can hear it when it was warming up. So if I can get this thing working in my welding machine, I'm thinking that fan won't even be started most of the time that I'm out here welding at low amperage jobs. I'm doing a job right now, it's like 30 amps for 18 gauge metal, so you hear it slowing down there nicely. So if I can get it to do that on the welding machine, that'll be perfect. Well, the other thing I wanted to show you here is this is out of the Firepower MST service manual. The wiring schematic. There's your two over temperature circuit interrupters, and the schematic says that they're set at 75 degrees C. And over here is the fan, and it's 24 volts DC, and this PWM module is good for 12 or 24 volts, and it's good for 2 amps. So my fan is 1.25 amps, so that should be fine. And the other thing I have here is a little picture of the inside of the welding machine. Those are your 3 heat sinks in there. Your main rectifier is this one, and you can see there's the over temperature interrupter right there for that one, and then there's another one here. So I'm gonna pair up with this one. This is the AC to DC one, and we're going to see how that works. Alright, so on my part 2 video, you'll probably see with the weld machine apart and me hooking this thing up. Here's a little thing I was going to show you on the thermal arc. The 3 machines that they had. This has been out for years and years. They had the 181 and the 211, which is identical to this machine, and the 252. So definitely recommend this welding machine. The only thing that I really don't like about it is the noise that it generates from the fan, and I'm going to see if I can fix that next. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.